Hello guys, this is Farouk and welcome to your third C programming tutorial. As promised, in this tutorial I'll be covering the various variations we can have in the basic C program we did in the last tutorial, the Hi Guys program. Well, you have seen that in the main, in these closed brackets, we didn't actually type anything. What this basically means, let me show you with one thing. Replace this with void. Even void conveys the same meaning, but replace it with void and compile it. Compiling using the shortcut F11, and it compiled successfully, and I'm running this F5. You can see this, we got hi guys. Nothing change has happened, which means that keeping the void in the main here or just keeping it like this without anything doesn't affect anything. Well, what does that mean? Basically, writing void there indicates that the main function doesn't need any other inputs from your operating system OS before it begins the execution. So it directly starts the execution. Void simply means that main doesn't need anything before. That's it. Well, I would prefer to leave it like this without writing the void. Well, if you are accustomed to write it, you are free to do that. And another variation you can find in some books or anything, if you refer, you can see that they give something like int main void. Well, you can guess it that int probably stands for integer, and yes, you are right, int stands for integer. But what does the int here means? Well, let me tell you this. Every function basically returns something to your operating system. Well, what it returns depends on whether the function got executed successfully or some error occurred. So every function, as it returns some value, that value has certain properties which we call as the return type. It can be int, or it can be char, or it can be any other type of integer, type of data. We will be going over data types shortly. So what it basically does is, what it means to the compiler is, main is a function which doesn't need anything. Main is a function which doesn't need anything before its execution, and returns a value which is an integer. So I'm going over it again. Main is a function which doesn't need any inputs before it starts execution, and returns a value of type integer to your operating system. So you pretty much got the point, right? So well, probably that explains everything better. Well, you can also have another variation to this program which includes something like this, return 0. Well, as I just said, main is a function returning some value to the integer. Return 0 implies the same thing. It returns 0 to your compiler, to your OS operating system after successfully execution. So let me show you guys, as we didn't get any other thing by running it. First I'm compiling it. You can see it successfully compiled, and now I'm running it, and now you can see the same thing, hi guys, without any change. So you can use these variations in your code, but without affecting the output. If you didn't get it, you don't need to worry. I'm covering this only because if you are referring to any other textbooks or something like that, you may find these variations, and I don't want you to get confused over this. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you understand these return types. I'll be going over it over and over when we come to functions. So that's it for today. Hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check on my other tutorials, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.